Aloha, my friends. Shalom. Welcome back to TheCodeSearcher.com. I'm Jonathan, and this is the update for the past several days. Last time we spoke, you saw a video from me about the Noni Farms area, the KAPOHO lots, farm lots, Papaya Farm Road area. And there were some negative comments about what was going on back there. Another thing that concerns me, and we want to clarify here, based on the last video I just put out of this area, and in a number of responses, almost 24,000 in less than 6 hours, should be an indicator that something is missing from this picture. Notice how there's all these dots, these other areas. Tragic loss of homes. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes and hundreds of families. But what's missing here, because it's misleading, it looks like just took out a bunch of land, maybe 3 homes. Folks, it don't matter if it's a tent, if it's some palm fronds, keep the rain off your head. If it's where a family is, if they're laying their head, if that's where they lay their head and they call home, it's a home. So there should be several hundred dots in here too, maybe, because there's people living all in there, or were living, and still living, all in the jungles back here. Yeah, and some don't want to leave. There's an old man back there. He's been there since 1971 who wants to die back there. He's not going anywhere. He's not asking to be rescued or anything like that. And I can understand the frustration from civil defense. It's heartbreaking to go door to door. And there are some that don't want to leave. Now I want to give you some good news in this, because it's been quite difficult, guys, to cover this kind of a story. And the reason CodeSearcher has been doing this, for those of my normal subscribers, because we usually do something else, it's different kind of content, it's because it's affecting me. I live here. This is my home, and I'm not going anywhere. For those that are urging me to leave the island now, I just cannot do that. So let's talk about fisher egg. Forgive me, guys, if I'm just a little sluggish. If you look at me, we've been running and gunning for like 3 days straight. Very little sleep, running in and out of the jungle, covering this northern side of what's going on all through here. I've got loads of footage, so bear with me. I'm going to put together a little presentation for those of you that are following the story of the cows and what happened with the cows. We're talking about this area here. There were some cows not stranded. For those that were making any negative comments, forgive me for not covering the story completely, but by no means were any animals abandoned, right? Stranded purposely. For the most part, this was all going down the other side for the majority of this eruption. Only after the birth of 7 and 8, which I captured on film, guys. If any of you in the media want to see that, we got film of 7 and 8 when it was just a sparkler show. Now it's an unrelenting gusher of unimaginable rivers of lava that are coming downhill. For the most part, it's one main channel coming from 8, then it splits off into 2 channels. I'm going to show you the northernmost one in just a moment, and also some footage of that southernmost from the northern flow. I'm trying not to confuse anybody. But it's basically broken up a couple of times into different little channels. One time is here. I just cannot answer the phone now. And in the heavy flow. The faster moving stuff is coming down this channel here, moving down. For several days that we watched this come toward our brother Jason, for those of you following his story, and his Hui here, his community. Lots of folks, lots of families living in this area. We watched the lava move in from his road. For those who were following the flow, when we had to retreat, we were almost trapped in this area from that had to retreat back, and then we had this arm, or his finger, that moved ahead. And notice how it looks sort of like a serpent or a dragon. I've always said the one thing I loved about this island is there's no serpents, but yet here this finger appears to be a serpent. Guys, this could be a spiritual thing. Let me take you in and show you exactly what happened, the miracle that happened, and is going on right now with Jason, his farm, and his house. Right here in the ground. And it's not on the map. Matter of fact, the geologists and the civil defense wanted to come out and take a look because they didn't believe it was there. But it's there. There is a crack in the land right here. It runs a long way. Long way. And opens up somewhere down here. But it's a long crack. 50 feet wide some places, 80 feet wide, 100 feet deep in some places, 75 feet deep in another. It was a huge crevasse. We photographed it. We filmed it before and after this came. Now we prayed upon this land. We asked the Most High to spare our brother in the name of the Father and his rights and Yeshua, his right hand Yeshua, right? Mock if you will. We literally saw the lava halt. You saw the footage. That was moving quickly, several feet a minute. Crossed over a road within 20 seconds. Prayer. Claiming the name. Psalm 91 says, because he knows my name, will I hear him, right? It started slowing down. It started cooling off. This edge here. This northernmost edge is cooling and cooling and cooling. Now there is a channel in there. I'm going to show you the channel. It is expanding a little bit around, kind of just out everywhere on all sides here. But for the most part, that channel is slowing. Whatever hot lava is pushing, it's pushing slowly, slowly, slowly. But it's coming to a stop, guys. It's coming to a stop. Not only that, what's in the channel and flowing off this bottom side, this jaw, if you will, of the serpent, this crack is going right in the mouth of the serpent, right? We're watching lava flow in this thing, almost like it's a serpent's fiery tongue. Right here. There's a river of lava flowing in there and out of the area, bypassing several farms, several homes. You see that? These are homes. These are homes in here, guys. It's not just a smudge on your screen. People live and are living there. Let's not be confused. It's a tragedy what's happened down in KAPOHO, vacation land area, but there are people here to remember. Okay? Now the cows. You're going to see on footage I'm going to show you right now that the area in question was some 400 acres of densely overgrown. I mean, there's a lot of babesia in here, and these cows are in here. Now, I said before in another broadcast that these cows were way down here in this pocket, and by the way, this is not quite accurate. All this is filled in, really. Cows didn't get no further than this because there's a fence there, right? This is pretty much filled in with lava, as you see on the footage. And we're located over here when we're filming this. Now, the rancher who had been working for weeks prior to this does not own this land. He leases it. A Hawaiian family I believe a very honorable family who love their animals from the Whaaat area. Were frantically working for weeks trying to get these animals out of there. The problem was civil defense was only allowing people out in one direction. When you see the way the roads are back there, guys, this is like a pig trail. This is not a road. And to get a D9 in there with everybody's going in the other direction is impossible. Imagine the frustration of this man, his family. This is their life. This is not just how he's from the mainland, guys. This is a Hawaiian family, been here a long time. All right? This is their life. I saw terror in the face of the guy when we were coming out after we had freed him from one end, from the fenced area. He was trapped. He was relieved. He didn't want to lose anything. Right? And there was a loss. I'm going to get to that. But there's a good ending to this. Let me show you the enormity of the situation and the bravery of this rancher and his family going into this very dangerous area. You don't ever want to be surrounded by lava, right? But that's what we were. We were surrounded on three sides by lava. Coming in here, he come in here with heavy equipment from Nanavali. Had to, with one of those bulldozers, 2 of them, and come in here, cleared a lot of area, got behind these cows. Myself, Jason, Harry Durgan, you better sit down when you see this footage, brother. You might get lightheaded, okay? Because you really don't get a perspective of what's going on the ground on foot, folks. It is so overgrown. The walls of lava on all sides here, all sides, is 50 feet or more. At any time, this lava could have spilled over, filled in very quickly. I might add, very quickly. Okay, so let's go to the footage. I want to take you there now. All right, so let me bear with me, guys. This is all raw. Okay. So just to get an idea of the roads we're talking about, we'll keep those conversations private because I don't know what he's going to say. All right, so this is us going in. Beach road. Never say Hawaiians are lazy, folks. Never underestimate a motivated Hawaiian. The beach road was paved in a matter of days. Imagine that. Feet. I mean, that's something to take note of. So here we are trying to get through the checkpoint, guys. It's okay, I'm doing a video. All right, and we get through there, and then it's making our way through the back there. This is all back roads, and it gets worse than this. It is very overgrown. Imagine getting heavy equipment back here. Right? There's still homes and families back there. Right, so now we're getting up upon Jason's hui in that area, as you can see here on when we hang this. It's right here. That's the roads we're talking about, and then making this trip out at night in the rain. You just have to have a four-wheel drive. The roads are unimaginable.
That KAPOHO is closing in.
So you literally have to have a four-wheel drive to get in here. Unless you're just going to thrash your car, you could get hung up, you get stuck. It's very dangerous to use your car. But then again, there are people who are trying to get out with their cars loaded down with refrigerators and everything out of here. All right, so media trying to message me. You guys are just going to go through this. So it is a arduous journey through dense vegetation, unpassable roads. There's some places where we had to literally cut through the jungle in all-wheel drive, because the road just is not a road. It's not a road there. It's just a trail. Right. So imagine trailers coming out with animals. The logistics involved in this took several days. This is why it's taking some time for you to see anything back from me. We went in there for several days. Please go tell Kanan I'm doing a video. I need some help here. All right?
You want me to just...
All right, so all that's going in. I'm not editing that out. That's all happening in real time, guys. You know, I'm a family guy. I got things going on, but I'm trying to tell you the story. All right, so as I said, several days in there. This is an actual tractor. That's the actual vehicle clearing the jungle out of the way. Here's, look at this. This is an idea of no roads, basically a trail. This is on Jason's Hui, where you definitely need a four-wheel drive in here, no question. And we're basically surveying the area. Also, we are praying at this point for mercy on this property. Okay. And here we have, this house is no longer here, guys, and my apologies to the lady that owns it. My heart goes out to you.
They are freaked out.
As
you can see, they're starting to run. But we're completely surrounded by lava on that area, so they're not going anywhere.
As you can see, there's still animals back there at this point.
Innocent life still back here. Folks, people may not have had the ability to move. Remember, this thing started in Leilani and was going down the other way. Everyone thought it was going to jump that way. Okay, so all the hateful comments about how insensitive and how cruel people are, they love their animals. We all love our animals. We're here now.
And so that goes to those comments that people were making about how cruel people would be to leaving animals when they were actually forced to evacuate, right? Because this turned very quickly. This property, as you may see in some of the videos, this vehicle here is pushed so far forward up against that tree. All that lava has pushed way into this area. Where I'm standing is completely under lava. It did advance. Jason's house is just on the other side there. This is an interesting shot here, guys. Watch the chickens, the chicken hui. This is right near the beginning of this crack that's opened up, or has opened up several meters deep, several meters long, several hundred meters long. And is swallowing up the lava there. So we'll fast forward. This is where the bulldozers come in and cleared an area. Also down with third phase of Moon is down here with us, assessing. This is the leading edge of it. By the way, an hour later, that lava had moved up equal to where you see Darla standing there. It was advancing this way as well, but it's stalling as of yesterday. Was stalled. A lot of great footage. Let me take you to the actual location, locating the the cows, right? So here is the area from the air. That is Pete's house. And those that are residents here will recognize the area. This is 50 feet or more of lava all the way around. This home, that truck was what I was talking about, pushed forward against this tree. All of this is moved forward, taking out all these structures, the homes there. Just a heartbreaking sight, guys. So panning around, you can see directly under where we were. This is the crack, right? This is the infamous crack that you're going to be hearing about. That's swallowing up an immense amount of lava. Okay. So we're looking at the field. Let me just give you a perspective. Hang tight. Just to give you a perspective, we are right at the edge of this crack. Okay? So this is a huge crack. This is the beginning of it down here. You see that home in the that was taken. We were actually right here. This crack is right there. Jason's house is approximately in here somewhere. And going over the lava field to where the cows are. You'll see the cows in here. You'll also see where the bulldozers are clearing and looking. So we're actually spotting. We're looking for these cows because you cannot find them on the ground. They're just blending in. As you see later, when we spot them, we actually go around the crack. We actually go around, back out and around to this side, and go in where the bulldozers are, and go in by foot, surrounded on all sides by lava, looking for these cows. So now back to the film, and you'll now have a reference of what's going on. All right, so we're right there at that crack, and this is where I said, Harry, you need to be sitting down for this. That's panning back. That's looking back toward Pete's house, the house that was taken the next day. Yesterday, this house was gone. So behind us would be the direction of that lava field right here. Here's the crack. There's the crack in the ground right there. It's the beginning of it. All right, panning around, and then actual flying over the lava field over to where we believe these cows are, up in this cul-de-sac of I know it said about 7 minutes. Okay, so we're flying over. Now, I'm going to stop it right here because I want you to see, Harry, where these cows are. Usually there's a cow sitting there. There's a cow laying there, and a white cow standing up and a white cow laying down there. So there's cows down in here and in here, completely surrounded by lava. This is the river right above us, right there on the other side. This is also a river in here. It doesn't appear that way, but in the other photos you'll see it is absolutely a river on this side as well. Right, so now we know where the cows are. Okay, so we get back down on the ground, and get out the GoPro, and we hightail it around to the other side. And this is us going in. There's Harry. Harry, here you are. We're going in on foot. There's Jason ahead of us, where the bulldozers have gone in. All right. Harry, I had no idea he was such a hero. But here we are going into that area, guys. Did you see how overgrown, how thick the brush is? I mean, immense vegetation. I'm just gonna kind of fast forward this for the sake of time, right? And this is where I walk up on them. I'm gonna let that sound play. I don't understand the interference I was getting on my gimbal, so bear with it, guys. So I'm walking up on these cows, which I don't know, 30, 40, 50 of them are in here in this cul-de-sac and kind of bedded down. Now the bulldozer is coming up behind me. I'm walking ahead as a spotter, locating where these are, and I've seen them in here. And I'm not unfamiliar with cows. I have cows in Utah, so I knew I didn't want to spook them. These are highly frightened. They're very frightened animals. First time that we encountered them, when we found that they were trapped, they were stampeding in here. What was 400 acres quickly dwindled down to nothing. So I'm explaining that they're in this cul-de-sac with holding a camera and trying to explain with my hand where they are, surrounded all around by lava.
As spotters, bulldozers coming in clean this way. As you can see,
I'm pointing toward the bulldozer. There's a bulldozer going in behind me.
There's one behind me.
So we want to work our way around them and force them out of that cul-de-sac, because there's no telling. I mean, that thing can close up at any point, and then we'd be in trouble.
Sacrificing our own life to get these animals out.
I know this is running long, guys, but I mean, I can't tell this story in 10 minutes. Right? Just bear with me. So there are cows in this tree line right here. I know you cannot see them. It's hard to see them in this, but trust me, they are there, and we actually got some good footage of them. One of the reasons why I'm being very cautious, there you see right there, there's cows standing in there, but what you don't see is there's some with horns, some bulls that are very pissed off, right? And I can see they're pissed. I don't want to approach, so I keep space between me and the trees and the bulls on the other side. Right there are the bulls. There's some heifers here. I'm not approaching them. All right. So I back out.
Come out this way.
All right, and then we'll go to this shot. So this is me back. I know where the cows are. They're 2 miles right in this tree line. I got in front of the bulldozer that is circling around. This is the second one that's coming in. The first one's knocked down a lot of trees. The second one has knocked in. There's Harry to the right there. And you see, Harry, how close you are to that river, which is just above your head at this point. So I'm pointing to the cows and where they are in the tree line there. And now I got to get out of the way of the bulldozer, because he's going to swing in where I'm at and start pushing them out. This is the owners. Imagine this, guys. There's lava all the way around us, and this guy's in a Caterpillar.
We're helping these guys spot these cows on the air, on the land. They're circling in behind them to force them out through the gap.
to me, those are heroes right there. Right? And so then we go to the rescue is complete. Here are the cows coming out, guys. Thank you to those. I was trying to hide the faces. The farmers did not want their faces to be on there. All the cows. There's one. Good to see them get out of there, man. Everybody was happy. People donated trucks and trailers to get them out. And you can see it's
You've been following the story.
It's a happy thing.
These are the cows we spotted. As you see, are making it out. It's a good story.
It is a good story, and that's why we're telling
Good deal.
this story.
It's a good
It's,
sign.
I know there's a lot of tragedy down
Many have.
Hawaiian vacation lots way, guys, but in all of this, there is good stories. There are people pulling together. I've never seen so much compassion and so much love.
You see they're going out. They're being rescued. Hallelujah. That's a good story. People are joyful around.
And it was a good story. So we still got more to tell. Jason's farm, the crack that's open up, swallowing lava. We will keep you updated of what's going on. Please share the video, like, subscribe if you haven't already. We do have other content though, so after all of this is covered, you may get a shock at what we cover. Be blessed. We'll see you in the next video. Glad you stayed for the bonus clip, because this puts it all in perspective. This photograph is from Harry Dugan, who was with me on the ground, who took this picture before we went into the area, actually, so we knew what the landscape looked like. But what I just showed you in this video, to put it in perspective, this is Jason's house here. We'll just go to that. This is Jason's house. This is where we flew across the lava field. We found the cows in here laying down, as others were laying in here. This is the fence line that runs through my brother's property here. Alright? So those cows were down in here. The bulldozers had to go down in here. We were down in there. So, we went around the crack. Bulldozers came in, cleared all the area out. But guys, to put it in perspective for you, because the low-flying drone video did not do it any justice. So at about 5,000 feet, you can see the enormity of the situation. There is a river running underground here that is spilling into the crack and filling up. The crack is still filling up today. Hundreds of meters deep and hundreds of meters long. The cows were in this area. The heroes are these amazing Hawaiian cowboys that went in there with bulldozers and trailers from the community that people, in the face of adversity, went in and got all these animals out. You saw the video. This is a overhead perspective of the dangers involved, and it even gives me chills now looking at it, because we had no idea at the time how serious it was. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Shalom. Aloha.